I'm Gina Mizell here with Connor Letourneau. Thursday night, Oregon State lost a heartbreaker 29-23 against Utah in double overtime. But let's spin things ahead a little bit and kind of just reassess where this Oregon State team is. We had talked about it earlier in the week that we'd probably find out a lot about Oregon State in this game. If they could win, it puts them at 2-1 in Pac-12 play. Maybe with how crazy this league has been this year, maybe makes them a dark horse candidate in the North. But now after this loss and with what we know is coming up on the schedule, where does Oregon State kind of fit into the whole mix now?
I think they're definitely on the outside looking at it at this point. It's going to be a huge hill to climb, especially when you look at all the teams that they have to face.
Yeah.
I mean, they're facing several top 25 teams, and they'll probably be underdogs in every single game except for one or two going forward, Cal and Washington State. So it's going to be an uphill climb at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they already do have 4 wins, so you would think only needing 2 more to get to bowl eligibility. But with how logjam the Pac-12 is, 6 wins might not get you a bowl slot because there's only so many slots to go around, and obviously Oregon State kind of dealt with that uncertainty last year of if they would get into the postseason or not. Eventually did get picked for the Hawaii Bowl, but you talked about all these top 25 teams coming up. Stanford is their next challenge, and it's another tough defense that this Oregon State team will have to face, and obviously this is a team that in some ways I think matches up well with the Cardinal, and obviously took them to the wire last year, but how do you see this team maybe rebounding after suffering such a tough defeat on Thursday night, going up to Palo Alto on Saturday?
It's gonna be interesting. I think they need to do 2 things to really pull out an upset, and that's figure out this passing attack. Obviously, it kind of came on a little bit stronger in that second half, but especially if Richard Mulaney's out, you need the overall depth and quality of the young receiving core to make strides this week in practice. You need them to become more reliable. You also need the offensive line, especially against a front 7 like Stanford, to do a better job than they did against Utah because they did not make life easy for Mannion.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the one silver lining is that Stanford's offense might be just as offensively challenged as Oregon State at this point. They've obviously struggled mightily, struggled in the red zone, struggled overall just scoring points, and that would sound very familiar for Oregon State fans. I guess, again, we haven't totally studied this game. We're still standing at Reser Stadium on Thursday night right after the Utah game, but, any early predictions or anything along those lines for this game?
My early prediction is low scoring.
Yes, very good.
I'm going to say both teams score less than 21 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's I don't know how close it'll be, but I don't think either team scores more than 21 points.
Well, we were on our way to that type of game today until a crazy offensive flurry in the last few minutes broke out. So I guess we'll have to see how next Saturday goes. Again, in Palo Alto, Oregon State, Stanford at 12:30 from Stanford Stadium. So we will be giving you all the preview content leading up to that game over the next week and a half or so. So keep it right here on OregonLive.com and in the Oregonian every day. For Connor Letourneau, I'm Gina Mizell, coming at you from Reser Stadium. We'll catch you next time.